that circumstance. Excuse me. And so diversity, so let's talk about rent over revenue. Got it. Wealth transference. Got it. Okay, and now let's talk about what is net worth. Now, people say, oh, I've got a good net worth, and that's great. But really, what is it and how is it important? So net worth is your liquid investments plus your real investments, less your debt. And it's a very important number. And the reason for that is where you get to gain leverage. That is where once you have your net worth, which is a value, then you can amplify your wealth. You can strategize for perhaps, well, when we look at risk when it comes to investing and in the markets, for instance, we maybe will up that risk a little because we've got some movement, and maybe we will diversify to not in the market and not in real estate, but other investments. So knowing that number and understanding what you are, I don't want to say you're worth, because you're worth far more than your money, but money will allow you to do more things, to see David, to see Special K. I know it's Super K, it's K something, but she's awesome. To allow you to amplify your team. So I talk about the team when it comes to your financial situation, but you are the most important driver in that financial situation. And so we try to we are elevating here to have greater heights, and that's what I would invite. So my name is Karen Bodwin. I work with Corewell Solutions with clients in BC and Alberta, and I would welcome a conversation.
Wow.
Thank you, Riel, for your time.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for such a profound message. And like you've mentioned, like our province, more especially Alberta, I think they keep on changing every now and then. Around Texas, I'm like, it's high time I'll have to master finances. So I need an expert advice from a person like you. More especially around Airbnb, they've kind of changed around. I don't know how many times they change a year. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You've mentioned the points that we should be aware of when we with revenue properties as well as taxes. And you've also covered the aspect on the longer term view with real estate investing when you consider estate planning. And you've also shared on your last message how important is your net worth. What a profound message. I'm forever a student. I was just taking notes, and I'm going to go back and watch the replay. And I've realized that I didn't click record from the beginning, but you know what? We thank Facebook Live because they've stored this live streaming. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Karen, for such a profound, much needed message. So now we are going back to Texas, where we have Luis Jimenez. Luis Fernando Jimenez was born and raised in Bien, Mexico City in Mexico. And he relocated to the US in 2005. He has practiced martial arts for 40 years. And he earned his first black belt in December 1990. With all these years, I'm like, please don't mention the years. I feel like I'm so young. So currently, Luis holds a 6th degree black belt in karate. He has won 12 karate world championships. Then he started teaching martial arts back then. He's the founder of many karate schools in Mexico and the US. Luis have been involved in self-development his whole life, and he started studying deeply about it in 2019. So he is currently working with the Napoleon Hill Institute to get his Master Life Coach certification. Kings and queens, please join me. And yes, I have it too. Please join me and welcome Luis Jimenez.
Well, good morning. Thank you for such a warm welcome. So yes, absolutely. It's amazing to see all these people, how the universe works, right? Like all these different, all of us, they're kind of like in a different thing, but at the same time, we're all together in one thing, which is how we think, how we perform in this world, and the difference between successful people and those that are not is just in a few things. Because like Andrew was saying, we all have the same, exactly the same possibilities. There's not one machine, one doctor, one scientist out there than when we were born. They can tell us what our potential is and how good can we be in the world, or how much can we grow. It's 100% totally to us. Now that depends on the environment that we grow. We are extremely affected by the environment that we grow, our families, our schools, our teachers, uh, everybody around us since we're kids. And there's two parts of the brain or of our mind. I'm going to go a little bit fast on this. Our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. Your conscious mind can reject. That's how you all the stuff that you hear, all the five senses, right? Basically. So, but the subconscious mind cannot reject, cannot think. Your subconscious mind literally does, commands your body to do what you've been planting there. So that is why people are late. That's why people are always on time, why people make so much money, why people are doing what they're doing. So that's what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, the subconscious mind, and how this amazing thing that is called persistence is part of it. Like Doctor was telling you, I've been working with the Napoleon Hill Institute, and we're based everything on the amazing book Think and Grow Rich. I'm sure you've heard about it, and some of you guys have even read about it. But what we're doing is understanding those 13 principles and all the other books that Mr. Hill wrote in his life. So one of those principles is persistence. But before I dive into persistence, I want to tell you that one of the most important things that you can do for yourself is to believe in yourself. Just like Andrew was saying, we all vibrate, and I'm pretty sure David is gonna agree with me. We all vibrate at different frequencies. So when you are sick, when you get sick, you are in a very low vibration. When you're poor, when you have no money, when more things are coming to you, it's because your vibration is very low. When you get to a higher vibration, when you surround yourself with great people, then your vibration automatically goes up. You need to find out when you're vibrating at a different level. If you're a slow person in the morning, or you're a slow person at night, maybe you are having problems in the middle of the day and you're not as efficient as you could be. So you need to study yourself and find out when are you at your best, and try to make those increments of energy or good time of the day to make it last longer. So with that being said, I'm going to share this. So the ultimate principle to success is persistence. Why? Because persistence is going to give you exactly what other things are not going to give you, which is willpower and desire. Successful people have a few things in common. They know what they want. That's the most important thing. If you don't have a goal, you cannot go anywhere. So I guarantee you, if you stop people, like when you're going out there, getting the groceries and stuff like that, ask them, just making conversation. It's going to sound a little bit blunt, but do you have a goal? Ask people if they have a goal. And most of them are going to tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. They're going to tell you, yeah, make more money, be healthier, and they're smoking, or have a lot of money or have more money, but they don't really have a plan. They don't have a goal. And ask them if they have it written down. The percentage goes way lower. So that's why successful people, they have goals, they have written goals. They also have a burning desire to get that goal, to achieve that goal. If you're not going to bed thinking about how you're going to help people, what your business is, or how to get better at work, then you don't have a burning desire. If you don't get up in the morning fired up and you're like dragging all over the place, you need to change your mindset. You really need to change your goals. You need to change what you're looking for and get out of life. Also, successful people have the persistence to keep going when things are not going their way. How many obstacles have you found in your life and you have stopped pursuing a certain goal because it got too hard? Or everybody was telling you you're crazy, or that you don't have the money, you don't have the education, you don't have the connections, you don't have. That is amazing how we can listen to other people so easily, right? So persistence is going to give you that. Like no matter what, you have this big boulder in front of you. Either you're going to climb it, you're going to go around it, you're going to make a tunnel, you're going to drive through it, or you're going to go and get something to go through it and drill a hole, but you have to go through that boulder, right? And also, very important, successful people surround themselves with people that are persistent, that bring persistence into their lives, into their everyday. How many times you have said, I'm going to do tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start a diet tomorrow. I'm going to go to the gym Monday. And that never happens. Why? For one simple reason. You don't have the persistence. But if we really dive into the subconscious mind, it has to do 100% on your self-image. If you're watching this right now, I would love you to write this down. You will never outperform your own self-image. If you don't think you're a millionaire, you will never be a millionaire. If you never see yourself as a successful person, business person, as the director of the company, the CEO of the company, a mom, a dad, the best person you can be, you will never do it. That is just crazy. But everything starts, or the how we can get out of this situation, right? When things come hard to you, well, we have what we call the 3S strategy, the 3S concept. I'm sorry, the 3S's concept, which is usually we all have a strategy, right? A story and a state. So let me go in that order. So strategies, everybody, we all start there. We want to have the strategy to have a better business, how to succeed in life, and we have with strategies. But how many of those strategies that you have implemented? A lot of them, you know intellectually what you need to do to lose weight, to have a better body, to sleep better, to make more money, to go to school, to get a degree, but we don't do it. So that has 100% to do with your self-image. But here is how we're going to do it, like business, relationship, jobs, financial growth. Everybody has strategies. But how many of them, like how many people you know, maybe yourself, you've signed up for webinars and courses and you don't finish them. You don't even start it sometimes. Or you get them, you go through the first or second lesson. You don't make it to the third or fourth one, right? Or people sign up to the gym January 1st, January 2nd. By February 14th, 85% of the people, they're not going to the gym anymore. Like, how crazy is that? So then we come to the stories. And this is so important because it is part of you, it's part of your subconscious mind. Most times, even more important than strategies, the stories we tell ourselves about things are super influential in our actions. The way we talk to ourselves is how we're going to behave. If you don't believe in yourself, if you keep telling you, yes, but it's not going to happen, or you're scared, right? And we're going to go to the fears in a second. So your mind, your subconscious mind will believe anything you believe. Your belief systems become your actions, becomes your results. So your internal conversations are extremely important. Do you know that you and I have more than 90,000 thoughts per day? Over 90,000. We're part 85% of those, 80 to 85% of those conversations are the same day after day. That is insane. And I'm not saying that Harvard and Yale have come up with those numbers. So now we're coming to the real part. This is when we start. We need to start with the state, your mindset, your state of mind. Your state of mind is necessary to move forward each day. It's like getting a motivation bath every day. Who here has been motivated to do something here and there, right? We all have been motivated. Well, who carries that motivation, right? We don't. We need discipline. We need persistence. So your state of mind, your attitude will dictate a lot of the results you get in life. You have to do what you don't want to do the moments you don't want to do them. Do you know, everybody here knows who Michael Jordan is, right? Or Kobe Bryant was. Do you know those guys, each day before a game in the morning, if they play at 6, 7, 8 at night, they will go to the court and they will shoot 500 baskets in the morning. So preparation before actually getting on stage. So Having a strong mindset will give you certainty and will help you to take action. And last but not least, the fears. Why people don't behave, why people don't act, why people don't do what they're supposed to do. Well, I told you, number one is your self-image. But a lot of the what I'm going to say right now is fear. What I'm going to tell you comes from since you've been a kid. You encountered things when you were a little kid that just propelled these fears to skyrocketed. So number one, what makes you stop if you let it is the fear of failure. Most people don't like to act because they are scared to fail. And you know what? Failure is feedback. You know, it took Mr. Thomas Alva Edison over 10,000 times to fail before he got incandescent bulb. Now, the fear of criticism. What are they going to think about me? What are they going to say about me? What other people are going to think about me? My family, my friends. We were talking about it earlier. They will tell you you're crazy. That's insane. That is completely. You cannot do that. Those kind of things. And the problem is we listen to them. That is and I'm pretty sure that Karen is gonna agree with me that like people go and ask financial advice to people they have no clue how to do it. They're always like they ask their friends, the people they have no money. They ask them, "What do you think about this?" Like they can actually help them, right? And last but not least, fear that we encounter to stop making us grow is the fear of loss. We're gonna lose the fear of loss for money, reputation, uh, I don't know, friends, right? Relationships. So that's one of the reasons why we don't act. So my last thing that I want to tell you is believe in yourself. We're going to develop uh, a great attitude. We're going to develop a new self-image acting on us. If you really want to do that, find 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and find yourself, like no distractions, no phone, and write down what do you really want. If it's an annual income, is it a monthly income? Is it a perfect, how you want your business to grow? Having the relationship that you want to have, maybe having a better relationship with your kids. Just find out what you want and go for it. Go for it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Wow, Luis, you've mentioned that persistence can help us to reach success. I was taking notes here. You've also mentioned that you will never outperform your self-image because your belief system becomes your results. I don't know how many times people, they are afraid to take the first baby step in the right direction. It's because of fear. I see on our audience here. Let me read your their comments around your subject. Princess here, she's saying fear is a killer. And Carol Roberts, she's saying yes, this is bang on, Luis. Knowing you are and understanding vibration is so important. My dad, my biggest hero, teaching me from day goal setting, and we can achieve anything we set our minds and hearts to, even overcoming a very serious life and health. Oh my goodness, you have quite a few audience here. And Adric Maya is saying, thank you, Luis, my man. And let me go over all the comments right now. Carol is saying that enjoying all the reminders, Karen, with all the new options, technology, and more. Thank you. I can see Annalie watching. Benoit is also watching. Mariah is saying, powerful. And I can see Stella watching. Carol is really inspired through all these amazing speakers who have shared their messages. She's saying that I'm loving your discussion with David. Passion is so important. Passion is so important. So like our audience, thank you so much, Luis. Our audience have been really inspired. They've been moved by all of your messages. So you can see that really, really following your passion is all about impacting other people's lives. If you are not doing that, it's not your passion. So thank you so much, Louise, for such a profound, profound message. So to our audience online, please feel free to post your questions. If you have any questions for David, you have any questions for Karen, you have any questions for Nikidra, you have any questions for Louis, please post them in the chat box. And then you know what, we're going to attend to questions at the end of the podcast. So it's not going to be a show without me showing up. So I'm going to be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, let me quickly share my view and then I'll come back and speak. So please enjoy my bio. I'll come back and speak. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Wow, thank you so much, speakers. You know, like I was just taking notes. When each and every speaker was speaking, I'm taking notes because you know what, we're forever students here. We're forever students here. So I'm just following after your footsteps. And then, you know, because you've shared almost everything around elevating your brand and your business on different aspects, David, he encouraged us to actually grow in ways that we cannot even see right now at this moment. But I believe the way is there. I believe that someone bigger than ourselves is really leading that way. And he mentioned that we also have to celebrate as we light up this world. Nakitra on the other side, she was like, she said that God gives us a clear vision. It doesn't matter if others, they don't believe the vision that he gave us. He gave it to you, not them. So you better celebrate that vision. You better believe that vision. You better go confident in the direction of that vision. And then on the other side, Karen, she shared everything on real estate. She shared that it's high time we focus on investing on real estate, really. And she shared everything around taxes, around properties, and oh, wow. And Louis on the other side, he was like, he mentioned that we need to be as persistent as we can be to reach success. So I'm like, what else is left? What else is left? Please write this down, good people. Follow your passion around elevating your brand, around elevating your business. You'll have to follow your passion. But I have a question for you. What's really holding you back? What's holding you back from actually, you know, taking the baby step in the right direction? What's holding you back? Is it fear? The way Louis was explaining it, is it fear that's holding you back from taking that step? Is it procrastination? Is it distraction? Or is it mediocrity? Are you just comfortable settling for a mediocre life? What's holding you back? Think about it. Just think about it, because there are many reasons why people don't reach their dreams, but you must understand the issues that keep you away from actually achieving your potential success. It's good to know what's keeping you away from your dream, as you can actually try to change the way that you approach them. So what's holding you back? What's holding you back from going confident in the direction of your dreams? What's holding you back? Kings and queens, it's so essential to assess your goals' progress. Once you identify the reasons why you've been held back from actually achieving your goals, you can then try and work on it to improve. So people, they don't devote to their visions and they delay the fulfillment of their ideas, which could probably be keeping them back from achieving their dreams. But the good thing is that you can conquer the motives if you recognize them. So being here, it really shows that you are not willing to settle for that mediocre life. So don't let anyone stand in the way of your dreams. You really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. Get started today. Follow your passion. Many people, they know what their passion is, but you know what? They are always frustrated by the process of trying to turn their passion into profit. Whether you're running your own company, starting a business, or maybe you're seeking that next promotion, or maybe that next job, you'll have to ask yourself this question that will help you. This question will help you to increase the financial rewards of doing what you truly love in life. What difference am I passionate about in others' lives? What difference am I passionate about in others' lives? Notice I didn't ask, what are you passionate about? Instead, I just want you to determine the purpose of your passion, which is using it to positively influence the world, impact the world. The type of drive, it attracts opportunities that often lead to raises, job offers, as well as a new business. So in order for you to turn your passion into profit, you must fulfill a purpose that others need or even want out there. Unfortunately, people and companies aren't particularly concerned with whether you get to pursue your passion. They spend a lot of money on people, products, as well as services that fulfill their needs and desires. But you know, when you focus on your passion, then you'll have to find a way to allow your passion to impact others. In that way, trust me, you have a winning formula. As long as you are impacting as many lives out there, it's a winning formula. So it's a wake-up call, good people. It's a wake-up call to turn your passion into a career. It's a wake-up call to elevate your brand, to elevate your business. But let me ask you a question. Are you passionate about something? Are you always daydreaming about what it would be like to turn your passion into a successful business? If so, you are not alone. You are not alone. I know many of us who've been there, we've done that. We know how it feels like, because a lot of people, they dream about creating their own businesses, but you know what? They never take the plunge. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because they might be afraid of failure, or maybe they are unsure if their idea is viable. So you don't have to fret, because today I will provide you the 10 best secrets that I've used actually to turn my passion into profit. And if you follow the system that I've used actually to build my income generating business, doing what I love and making a real impact out there, trust me, you'll be on your way to success. So grab your pen, grab your paper, get ready, because I'm gonna share the 10 ways to turn your passion into profit in no time. Point number 1, if you can please write it down. Write it down. Dream big, but start small. Yes, Nikita said that. She said you can dream big, but start small. You know, in the early days of launching your company, in the early days of launching your business, you're still in the learning stages. So you need to test the waters first and make sure whatever you do is scalable. So dream big, but start small. Point number 2, write about your interests. Yes, write about your interest. That's one of the simplest ways to go from doing something that you love to profit from it, to write about it. If you can, I remember myself, I wrote my first book. Now I lost the count when I reached 10. Write about anything. If you're able, write a book about your passion. Trust me, it's gonna impact many lives out there. Point number 3, become an expert speaker. Become an expert speaker. This is another way of turning passion into profit, by becoming a public speaker. Search around your community, podcast and whatsoever, become that speaker, just to get the exposure out there. And another point number 4, you'll have to create a product. Create a product. In order for you to turn your passion into profit, you could also create a product. Create a community. Create a community. I know as Facebook, for example, is a perfect platform for you to create your own community out there. I remember David, he mentioned that he created a Facebook group where he's sharing every nuggets on regenerating, rejuvenating, electrifying your life. So create that community. Community building is another excellent way to profit from your passion. Point number 6, become a coach or a consultant. Become a coach or a consultant. If you're wondering how to monetize your passion and you love being a leader and helping others, you should consider becoming a coach or a consultant on the subject that you are passionate about. We have Karen here. She's a financial advisor. She's an expert in her field. So you can become one just like her. Point number 7, you'll have to start making YouTube videos. Start making YouTube videos. And thanks to the internet, because turning passion into profit is a lot easier now than it was like 30 years ago. So if you can, please just go on YouTube, create your own channel and start going live. Create your own videos on Facebook, start going live, sharing your passion, sharing your wisdom, sharing your knowledge. The way we're doing it today, we're just sharing more nuggets on how to elevate your brand and your business. And point number 8, you can also create a course. Yes, you can create a course. It's easier now than ever to actually create a course. Something that you're passionate about, you're able to write about it, you can create a course. And point number 9, which is my favorite point, network. Yes, believe it or not, but networking can be a great way to profit from your interest. And the last point, you'll have to host an event. Host an event like this, like a webinar. You can host anything. Hosting an event, you could also consider like hosting an event around whichever topic that speaks to your heart. around whatsoever interest that you want to share to the world. So host an event and share your knowledge out there. So if you want to learn more about what I've shared today on how you can actually turn your passion into profit, how you can follow your passion, on how you can actually elevate your brand around your passion, please feel free to reach out. If you want to get started as a speaker, as an author, as a coach or a consultant, perhaps a podcast host or like a webinar host, please feel free to visit my website, because I also offer training on everything I've shared today. My website is www.risetogreaterheights.com. Go out there and see what I have to offer to you. You may never know what you need until you ask. It was Nakidra who said that you'll have to ask. So go out there and ask that question. We always provide answers. As flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you go out there and help your neighbor. Because if you don't, trust me, when that flight goes down, you will definitely go down. So put on that oxygen mask first to yourself before you help the next person who is sitting next to you. Because the reality is, your journey to be a better person, it doesn't start with your neighbor. It doesn't start with your spouse. It doesn't start with your friend. But the reality to be a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this just in case you can't find a way. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. I am a firm believer of affirmations. So we're going to affirm this, that I can have the drive within me to become what I really want. So I'm going to invite you to place your left hand on your chest and raise your right hand. We're going to affirm this. Left hand on your chest and raise your right hand. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Yes, you can have that drive within you to become what you really want. Just give yourself a round of applause, because the drive is inside of you. It's not from the outside of you. You can have the drive within you to be what you want to be in 6 months. You can have the drive within you to achieve anything in life. Like Lewis mentioned, that you can achieve anything as long as you put your mindset in there. So you can have that drive within you. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, Nompumelelo, they always butcher my name, but you know what, I'm always used to that. But Nompumelelo, in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe, let me say, in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've had enough. All these amazing speakers have shared all the nuggets I just wanted to hear in order for me to elevate my brand, in order for me to elevate my business, in order for me to follow my passion. But in order for you to go out there and be the change and make a difference in your life, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lance to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to rise to greater heights, in order for us to elevate our brands, in order for us to elevate our businesses, in order for us to follow our passion. That's the lion mindset, because I believe that we all rise together, and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone down or stepping on another person. We rise by lifting each other up. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me, and it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestors, which represents our capacity for vision and success. I just want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice, I just want to encourage you that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes. Since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow God's strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams, all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages from all these motivational speakers, it just gave me sleepless nights. And I remember very well when I started writing my first book, and now more than 10, I believe. I lost the count, honestly, when I reached 10. And then this year, I told myself I am really determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated professionals as I can. So I offer a free, no obligation, 30-minute friendly Zoom call just for those individuals who are interested, like to start, scale, grow their businesses, or perhaps maybe they just want to write their best-selling book within 90 days. Yes, I've said within 90 days. I've put a timeline in there so that we stay committed to the goal. So if you're interested in becoming a public speaker, you're interested in becoming an author, a coach, or even an entrepreneur who just want to multiply what you're doing with love and making a real impact out there, please go on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com, and book that free consultation call, because you just need someone to empower you to become highly effective and an inspiring leader with a kind of personalized, measurable, and a scalable program. Because you know what? Growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message today because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever say that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Rial Ngunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience how they can work with you, if you have any freebie for them, and please share your final thoughts around elevating your brand, your business. So David, the stage is yours, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Rial, for this get together. My group is Recharge and Rejuvenate Systems on Facebook, and I posted the link in the chat, but I just want to leave somebody with this. It's just a very simple thing. You start where you're at, and if you're in pain, I know how that feels, but just a little bit of movement. That wires you from the top of your head out to your fingertips, out to your toes. Just start wiring. The first building that was wired with electricity, and then you go look at New York City and all the electricity that's around, that'll happen to your body too. Just have to do it daily, let it feel good, and every day you'll feel better and better. Thank you so much, and the faith will come, because God lights us up no matter what. Always lighting us up. So thank you. I loved listening to all the speakers and all the contributions.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, David. I believe our audience, I can see the love. I can see the love that's coming on Facebook. I believe our audience, they will definitely reach out to you because they need an accountability partner who will just call them that, you know what, it doesn't matter of the age, you can do it because you know what, I did it. So I believe our audience will reach out to you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Doesn't
David.
matter what age, but be the best you can be at every moment.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, be the best that you can be. Thank you so much, David. You can go ahead, Karen, and share with the audience how they can reach out to you. Definitely, they just need someone like you with so much wisdom around finances. So please share with the audience, please.
Well, thank you. You know, it was a really interesting, and what I really found that there was this thread that went through all of the discussions today, and it was all about action. It was all about doing something, because thinking about it is great. You know, putting it on a white piece of paper, your goals. And I use that same technique, Rial. I say, okay, so let's have a nice white piece of paper. Let's start. This is for you to write, not for me. And start those goals, start those, what is it that we're trying to accomplish here? And when they write it down, now I ask them to talk to me about it. Tell me what you just wrote down. So we've now consciously, which is what the Luis was talking about, consciously thinking about it, writing it down. Now we're going to verbalize it, and then it becomes real. So I do have this this saying I always say, when is the best time, you know, to plant a tree? It was 20 years ago. When's the second best time? Right now, maintenant. There's no darting around. If you want to be, you want to go forward in your life in whatever way you want to be successful in your own way, you have to start. So surround yourself with people that are going to elevate you, like groups like this, you know, groups like what David's setting up. I don't have a group. I'm going to make a group. That's going to be my action. So, you know, I do welcome people to reach out, ask people around you. So my name is Karen Bodwin. I'm with Corewell Solutions, and I really do enrich, empower, and educate my clients because I want everyone to have that greater understanding, filling in the gaps of what they can do, because everybody knows what they know, just don't know what they don't know. So just, yeah, getting to that and feeling that wonderful feeling of success. So thank you for the opportunity to share words, to share stories, and an inspiration, Rial. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, Karen. I believe our audience, they will definitely reach out to you because yes, we need experts like you who will just open our eyes and be like, oh, I can actually do that. I can do that. Yeah. So they should definitely. And I love that you've already set a goal to create that community. Go out there and create that community for sure. Because we want to be in your community. We just want you to pour your heart to our lives as we rise to greater heights together. So thank you, Karen. Thank you. Oh my goodness, our amazing audience. They've been, I can see the love. Oh my goodness, they've been really, really inspired. So thank you so much to you, our amazing speakers, really. And I know we just went up beyond the allocated time, but you know what? I believe that the information that we got from here, it's been really, really much needed. So thank you to you. We don't take your presence here at Rise to Greater Heights Network for granted. So thank you, our amazing speakers. And to our audience online, let me just quickly go over their comments. I can see Non-Hlegwanda Shaba's watching. Carol, she's saying beautiful words. Thank you. And the love, we love you too. And Lucille, she's just showing us all the fire all the way from BC. She's saying fantastic. Carol again, she's saying love it. Thank you so much. I look forward to the replay to hear you Nakidra's presentation. And yes, getting started is step one. Yes. Selma Wog is watching. Karen, okay, Karen has just joined over there. Wow, our amazing audience, really, they've been inspired. So thank you to our speakers, thank you to our audience online, and thank you so much for joining us today here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Siyabonga.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest, and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as.
Yes, your energy system.
Thank you so much, David. I know our speakers are busy, they've just disappeared, but yeah, let me switch off this light. Wow, I enjoyed your energy too. It's contagious. I felt it in my heart.
Because it's only one energy, it's God's energy.
Yeah, that's so true.
So now we just want to be empty vessels and radiate his love for all of us.
Yes. No, thank you so much, David, just for pouring your heart out there. You know, you are such an inspiration looking at your age, and I'm like, I went through your website yesterday after we spoke. I'm like, look at the energy, you are doing all stuff that I can't even do. So you've really inspired me.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
Just those small steps, right? We got to build that small steps. So and look what you're doing. All that you're doing that I can't do yet. Get that 10 books out. Wow. And then hosting like this.
Yeah, like hosting this podcast, really. Like I told you, I always seek for direction before I do anything.
Yes.
I started this podcast after I graduated from Les Brown. I was like, I'm gonna set up a platform where we can come all together and practice, like the speakers that have been trained by Les Brown. It was a practicing platform for Les Brown, but it turned out that like each and every week people will show up, people will show up. So it never stopped.
Yeah.
It never stopped. Yeah, yeah. I believe it's God. You know, God's timing is just the best timing. Yeah.
You know, but one of the
Yeah.
things that I want to bring about, because I've studied Tony Robbins for a long time, but I couldn't make the changes. Right? So what can I do to the struggle that I have inside? Please, God, give me an answer of how I can make the changes, but also make the changes by feeling good, not by
Yeah.
pushing
Yeah.
myself and berating myself and beating myself up. Right? I've lived through that. I don't like it. And he just
Yeah.
gave me the message, and I just started to move, and I move all the time. And then everything's lighting up, and now I'm
Yeah.
putting myself out as a speaker, and he's given me the strength. But it's been done
Yeah.
with joy and ease, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
Joy and ease.
Yeah.
So anything I can do to help
Yeah.
you, let me know. Because
Yes,
so
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
because I had
Yeah, I'm gonna.
pain, overweight, bad self-image, all that stuff.
Wow. 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 Yeah, I will definitely join your community because I
Yeah.
need around weight. I just want to be as healthy as you are. When I'm
But
72, I just want to be as
I'm going to give you a hint. Forget weight. Get that, just flush it down the toilet.
forget
All it
about
is
weight.
how can I shine more? How can I be stronger? How can I be more flexible?
Wow. I love that.
And then when you
I love
start
that.
feeling better, you're going to start thinking better. And should I
Wow.
have a cup of coffee when it doesn't make me feel quite good after I drink it?
Yeah.
It gives me a good feeling, and then I don't feel so good. Should I eat this sugar? I eat it. It feels real good when